What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Raggedy Pack. We are about to watch season 3, episode 6 of Dr. Stone. Last episode, we got the boat built. The boat is huge, way bigger than I expected. Some people were left behind. Yeah, I hope you wrote down all the people that came along on the boat because there's no chance I remember all of them. I remember like a handful of them, but some people had to stay on the island. Some people are going. And I remember at the very end of last episode, we were going to take a detour to a smaller island.
Yeah. They're going to the island that it wasn't the original island they landed at. Yeah. Where like the wreckage of the spaceship is supposed to be.
Treasure Island is what they're calling it.
Yeah.
You want to hear what I have in my notes?
Yeah.
For last episode?
I can imagine.
Who is going on the boat? That was what we introed. Huge ass ship.
Yeah.
Taiju eats Michael Phelps alive. Destination is Treasure Island. That's it.
Amazing.
Okay, so on the ship, I know we have Senku, of course. That's a given. We have Chrome. I was excited to see him come along. On the muscle team, I know we have Magma, Mantle for whatever reason, Kinro. Ginro was gonna stay, but he ended up swimming behind to he was kind of faking it, trying to make it seem like he wanted to go, but he got pulled in by Taiju because, like you said, Michael Phelps ain't got shit on him.
Phelps alive. Yep.
So yeah, now he's on the boat too. We got Kohaku there. We got, I think, her dad as well.
Is the old man on the boat?
Yeah. No chance.
Oh yeah, yeah. They
no
brought
chance
him.
they
Yeah. Absolutely.
We got Nikki as well, right? The muscle girl with the pigtails.
Is that her name? I never knew her name.
Yeah.
I just know her as the buff girl. But yeah. She's got to be there, bro. You see them gains? Her arms are huge.
Enforcer.
Pretty much like everyone important is on there except Ruri and I guess what was the
Ruri? Oh no.
Was the name of the camera girl?
Minami.
Mina. So pretty. I feel like pretty much every. Fuck, dude. Is Suika on the boat? I forgot.
I don't think Suika or Chalk are on the boat.
Okay, so pretty much everyone relatively notable in the series so far is on them except those three.
We have Risui and Francois as well. They're like a necessity. You need a captain and a chef.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Unfortunately,
dude, Francois is such an MVP.
We also have Mantle, which honestly, waste of resources.
Yeah,
should have killed him. But I understand they're trying to be justice.
The Mantle, at least she's actually useful and likable.
Yeah, honestly, like it's kind of crazy that like they somewhat gave Magma a change of heart, because in season 1 when they first introduced him, he was a downright like asshole. He was saying some pretty fucked up shit regarding Ruri and Kohaku. And Mantle was just a fucking little gremlin sidekick who should not be alive. Honestly, I don't know how he. I don't know how he may survive this long.
He got Lux Stat 100.
Oh, Mantle. Oh, yeah. I was thinking, who's the spear one that's in the prison? He came along too.
Oh yeah, we got the prisoners.
Oh yeah,
that is who I thought Mantle was, but that's not.
Mantle's the short little bald dude who fucking rides Magma's dick.
Bro, I forgot they brought the prisoners along to keep everyone on the island safe.
Yeah,
but that could be a problem for them if they get free within the boat.
Yeah, 100% will be.
A hard read.
Mm-hmm.
They get to the new island. They manage to escape somehow.
Yeah. Or what if they like run into a major threat and they end up having to let them free to like fight alongside them?
Honestly, I could see that too. I don't know. What if like they break? There's a lot of ways that could happen. Like, what if they break out, or if they let them free and they just join the antagonist on the island or some shit?
They could. Do you think that we're going to see some sea monster or sea fighting action? Or do you think it's just going to be a smooth sailing? Or do you think maybe there's going to be a storm? They could throw Mother Nature in there. How quickly do you think they're getting to the island is what I'm trying to ask.
I could see there being like they have to deal with nasty weather. Maybe, or like, I don't know how much it would change, but like it's been 3,000 years. I guess natural wind currents might have changed or something.
I might get into that with the sailing aspect.
Or like underwater currents have changed, shifted a bit.
I don't know if that's going to matter too much. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe.
Because like, I mean, like, if honestly, this is the far reach. If the end goal is from like Japan to South America? They could just go through the Pacific. Pacific is west, like west of the US, right? Atlantic is like east between us and Europe. Is that it?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, because like generally, like if we talk about natural storms, let's talk about hurricanes. Generally, that was usually from Africa and moving in the direction of South and North America. But like if 3,000, so they wouldn't have to worry about that if they're going across the Pacific, because I don't know if hurricanes happen in the Pacific. I don't think so, because I never hear about them.
Yeah, I don't hear about them either.
So what if
Florida has a ton? I know that. You know that too.
Yeah, we just I mean, yeah, because it's all coming from around Africa over the water and moves up, hits us, the Caribbean, all that. Sometimes it goes off course, but like, so what if stuff has changed and we have nasty weather over the Pacific? I'm not a sailor. I don't know shit about boats or water. I don't know how rough the Pacific seas are or can be.
I think over there you get a lot more earthquakes, tsunamis, volcanic eruptions.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I know because in California, I guess both California and Japan, earthquakes are pretty prominent because they're on like fault lines. I don't know about in the water directly, but I don't know.
If you get an underwater earthquake, that's what causes the giant tsunamis, like the one that hit Japan back in, I think it was 2011.
I guess that's right. So I could see something like that happening. I feel like that because like if you remember like when they were in the hot air balloon, like they had to deal with like the windstorm, and they fucking showed that shit off as a dragon. So I could see them doing something like the dangers weather related again. But wildlife, that's something that hasn't really been an issue since like the tiger in the first episode that Tsukasa beat up barehanded.
Yeah.
So whether there's like sea monsters, I don't know, 3,000 years, we got giant squids or megalodons. I don't know.
I feel like if you're, in that short amount of time, you probably wouldn't be dealing with anything like that. I mean, I think right now in present time, there are giant squids.
Mm-hmm.
They're just deep down in the ocean. They're not really going to be at surface level. But
yeah, colossal squids exist.
Yeah. I don't think there's going to be like megalodons or anything. Maybe they could be a little bit bigger than normal. But in terms of something that would try to mess with them while they're in a boat, I would think like some type of whale, if it like rammed their boat, Now, if someone like falls out of the boat into the water, then okay, maybe like a shark or a jellyfish. I don't know.
Man of war.
Kind of to throw it back on that last topic, I might have found out why we don't know much about the weather over there in terms of hurricanes, and it's because over there they're not called hurricanes, they're called typhoons.
That's fair.
Spin clockwise.
Okay.
They do have typhoons.
Well, I know Japan deals with typhoons a lot, but I'm assuming maybe Hawaii too. Okay, so yeah, they do have some shit to deal with.
Yeah, we just never use the word typhoon, so it's never we never Google search it. That's not a word I've ever typed into Google.
How does a typhoon differ from a hurricane?
They spin different directions.
Okay, how is that different?
Well, the wind direction, like you were saying, the wind actually influences the rotation, I guess, or maybe it's the temperature of the wind. I don't know. I'm not an expert on it.
Okay, so
but they do have storms, and it says generally typhoons are more intense.
Okay.
Than hurricanes.
All right.
which is kind of nuts.
Interesting. So
It's pretty
But
obvious
they totally could have some storms here.
none of us here at the Raggedy Pack are weathermen, so thank you for Googling that, Koja. I've definitely,
Yeah.
definitely heard the term typhoon and typhoon season, monsoon season. It didn't click in my mind that it was
apparently
the same.
there's also cyclones. I'm looking this up.
There's
So
cyclones.
I guess it just depends off like which portion of the water it is. So
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I sent a little image in the chat, but I don't know. I'm just I guess they're
I'm gonna get flamed. Typhoons can rotate clockwise or counterclockwise.
they're built different.
But it is,
okay.
but it is like you said, which hemisphere? That's when they're called that. But cyclones rotate clockwise.
So I guess it's just like
I don't know what the difference is. Besides, I guess it's just where they originate, like you said.
it's just a classification, like what type of storm it is. Does
but
it go this?
100% possible for Japan to get hurricane type weather. I know quite a bit about hurricanes, but I don't know how typhoons work or how they're different, so I won't speak on those.
Okay, if you're a typhoon expert in the chat, let us know.
Please.
They need a meteorologist on the boat.
They do, honestly. Well, I imagine Ryusui probably is a. I think
He was reading the weather pretty well when they were up in the hot air balloon and they had to make it out of the cloud.
Yeah,
he's definitely got that under his belt.
Anything else you guys wanted to discuss, or are you ready?
I'm good.
I think I'm good too.
All right. Well, let's get into this episode. But before we do, as always, if you guys like our reactions, we would appreciate if you could drop a like, subscribe if you want to see more, hit the noti bell if you want to know when we drop videos. Check the description for a link to our Patreon. You can get the full length reaction to this episode over there, as well as every other thing that we watch. We have links to our social media as well, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and we have a link to our Discord. You can join there. It's completely free. Come chat with us about Dr. Stone, about the weather, educate us, and let's get into it.
All
Let's
right.
go. It took one episode. You know what? That's fine. Took one episode.
God damn. We learned a lot though. Holy shit. I didn't think they stripped down the fucking the Soyuz and separated all the materials. That's cool. So
it is.
I'm wondering how. I mean, there's probably some way how Platinum makes nitric acid, or what what they're gonna do with that there.
Yeah, probably once they get to making more nitric acid, they'll go through the reaction. They like to do that. I think at the end there, when you see Soyuz in the flashback, I want to assume because he's a baby right there. I'm assuming he's being held, and maybe those are his parents.
Yeah, I think so. That was his shield on her back, so I imagine that's his mom's shield.
Yeah. Well, by the time he got to the island, it was just him, and he was adopted by someone at Ishigami Village.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they sent him away. Some shit must have went down over there.
I think. Well, no, I think they kind of explained it with they were all trying to get off the island and go to Japan, but none of them really was working. So I imagine that ship got struck by lightning or was shipwrecked somehow, and he just floated onto the island.
Okay. Why did the parents try to come to leave the island in the first place?
To get to Japan, I'd imagine, like the main island of it.
I mean, yeah, but like, first off, you're risking your kid. It's like, so obviously, so this was something that was attempted most likely multiple times.
Yep.
Likely a lot of people died before the first or multiple batches of people actually made to the island, and then like a second village started. So is it just the reason for this parents wanting to come to the island? Is it something as basic as like they just wanted to explore? They had that sense of adventure in them, and they wanted to see the world.
Maybe.
But why risk your kid's life?
I don't know about that. You're right.
Or
I don't know why they'd bring him.
Or are they running away?
Sure, they'd have to
be running away.
explain his backstory. I'm hoping when he gets on the island, maybe like someone's there that recognizes him. Maybe not his parents, but like some relative, family friend.
And does he remember his parents' name?
I mean,
'Cause, I mean,
he was a little baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Probably
his parents didn't make it though. His parents died, like on the
Had to
journey.
have, yeah.
Unfortunate, but that's the fact that there's a second village is
Kind of crazy.
huge. And I mean,
And probably more advanced too.
I don't know how advanced they could be. At least
Well,
maybe for like the boat. I mean, at least for like the boats, maybe they might be more like adjusted to water and boats if they
Maybe,
built
yeah.
boats to get across. One thing I wonder though is like, what if, is it possible like that? This is just me reading too much into it. If there are people who try to get to Japan and landed elsewhere that wasn't Ishigami Village, so we have
Yeah,
more than
probably.
just other random tribes.
Yeah, I could see
Probably.
It just, the fact that like we have a boat and we have like essentially the whole world explorable at this point, I think it opens it up a lot. But like besides Treasure Island and eventually the source of the signal, like there, I mean, what else, or where else is the journey going to take them, at least of points of interest?
that.
That's a very good point. I never thought
moon.
of the.
Or space.
This
I had never. You kind of blew my mind there. I had never thought of the potential that they landed somewhere else.
yeah, I mean, like I mean, it just depends because like a storm comes in a very similar manner that like, I don't know, like might have killed Soyu's parents and they landed somewhere else. Maybe stole Japan just somewhere else on Japan, because I mean they haven't explored. They've only explored like small regions of Japan so far.
You're right.
So it could just be elsewhere on the island. Granted, that's all like minor stuff. Like they could be other villages that they eventually come in contact with and explain, or like, I don't know, maybe there's other people who have been keeping or passing down the 100 stories as well. So maybe like they know. I don't know. There's a lot they could do with it.
Yeah, there is.
Oh, that's just what I'm thinking. I love it though.
Yeah, that's nice.
Good.
It just sucks we have to wait another week to see what's on the fucking
Yeah.
island.
Yeah.
This episode was definitely. I mean, they introduced a new character. I'll kind of forgive them a little bit on introducing them. This character is the most afterthought of them all. I think.
Honestly, I want to look him up, see if he's actually been in the background elsewhere, but I feel like it's gonna spoil some stuff.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah,
I don't remember ever seeing a guy with a scar on his head like that, but maybe I just wasn't paying attention.
I mean, like when they showed like a lot of Tsukasa's, granted he was from Ishigami Village, and a lot of the characters at Ishigami Village have pretty memorable appearances, at least like more thought out.
Oh yeah,
compared to like the randoms in the random caveman looking motherfuckers in Tsukasa's Empire.
Tsukasa. Yeah.
So like they took time with a lot of the character design for the just random villagers who really don't get a lot of screen time. So I don't know, I feel like I would have remembered. I don't know. There's only a few of them that I really remember by his top of my head by appearance. So he could have just been lurking in the background the whole time.
I mean, Gen had just gave the little spiel about how once you get past 150 people, you can't remember everyone. And then even Senku was like, "Who are you?"
Yeah.
How do you get like on the charter in the first place? Why was he picked if no one knew him?
I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, he had to sneak on the boat, bro. There's no way his name didn't get called.
No name, you're up.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's cool.
Yeah. Anything
I
else
wonder-
you guys wanted to just... Oh, you got something?
I was gonna say I like the flashbacks to Senku's dad, because I mean he's setting this all up, a lot of this stuff in advance with the knowledge that, or the thought that Senku will eventually come to this. So I'm just wondering what else he was cooking with, because that man's been doing that man has done a lot.
Huge foresight on that man.
Yeah,
He trusted his kid quite a bit.
Yeah, and also the scene like of him being much older, like that shit makes me sad, because like he's like at the end of his life, he's like he has to leave it in his son's hands now. So I wonder, I really want there to be more scenes of his dad, like
Yeah.
because that shit is just so fucking cool.
I agree.
I hope his dad finds the elixir of life and can greet his.
Wait, are we still
can
talking
greet
about Dr.
his,
Stone?
The treasure island is Shinsekio.
Yeah. They better hope not.
It's all connected. Yeah.
Oh God.
Well, we got a storm this episode, and they're actually happy about it because they can use it to spy on people on the island before they pull up, get a sense of how many people are there, and yeah, just strategize. But we didn't really see anything come out of the water, no like sea monsters or whatnot. So that's good.
I hope the people on the island are so advanced that they've just been underneath the boat this whole time in a submarine.
They have subs? Oh my god.
Submarines.
I have a feeling
Although I think the
not
sonar would have picked them up.
I mean, they have a
advanced.
sonar. Yeah.
Yeah. No, they're probably not advanced at all.
But it's I mean, this is like, I don't know, next episode I feel like can be huge. Like, are they friend or foe? Do we get into another war?
I have a feeling
for the
they're gonna be
resources?
like, they're going to be like Ishigami Village before
Yeah,
Senku
probably.
pulled up and started like making them the kingdom of science. They might have like some Chrome level people who, you know, are collecting resources, kind of inventing things off the dome, troubleshooting, trial and error. But
Yeah.
They might be a little more open because they know that they've been sending people out.
Yeah.
They
It's
might be a
we-
little bit more open. But-
I don't know if it was like an afterthought. Like, because this knowledge was never fucking mentioned, and I feel like if you're like essentially the offshoot village, that would also be knowledge that would like be passed on from generation to generation. So I don't know if that's just
Could
like
be.
an afterthought from the author or what.
I mean, it's a lot of knowledge. But yeah, they also may have kept it contained to, well, I mean, it could probably have an opposite effect. I was gonna say they might have kept it contained to not like water it down or get details wrong, but honestly, spreading it to the whole village,
Or at least like maybe not the whole village has to know, but like the chief and then like Rui.
yeah, I could see that.
And like when it was brought up, Rui was like, "Yeah, oh, they're like the original village." It's like, why didn't we know this sooner?
Yeah, I don't know. Just how they do things, man. I don't make the rules.
Yeah. All right,
was there anything else?
that's it.
All right. I think we are ready to wrap it up. So if you guys enjoyed this reaction, once again, we'd appreciate if you could drop a like, subscribe, hit the noti bell if you want to see more. Links in the description to the Patreon. Get the full length reaction over there. We have links to our social media, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and Discord. Come in there, talk with us, theorycraft, chill. We'll see you guys next time.
See ya.
See ya.